What if I told you that 2,000 people who lived past 100 years old share 7 identical morning habits that you can start doing tomorrow? In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover the exact morning routine that could add decades to your life. And the third habit on this list, it's something 90% of Americans do completely wrong every single morning. Beverly Williams from Kansas celebrated her 103rd birthday last month. When reporters asked her secret, she smiled and said, "It's not what I do during the day, it's how I start every morning." What Beverly didn't know is that researchers had been studying her routine for years, along with 1,999 other centenarians worldwide. Morning habit 1, they drink water before anything else. Every single centenarian in this study drinks at least 16 ounces of water within 5 minutes of waking up. This isn't just a preference, it's a biological necessity that most people completely ignore. Research from Johns Hopkins Medical Center shows that overnight dehydration affects cellular repair and brain function more dramatically than previously understood. Your body loses approximately 2 to 3 pounds of water while you sleep through breathing and sweating, leaving your organs working overtime to maintain basic functions. During those crucial first moments of consciousness, your blood is thicker, your heart works harder, and your brain struggles to clear metabolic waste that accumulated during sleep. Dr. Sarah Chen from Johns Hopkins explains that proper morning hydration kickstarts your lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing toxins from your body. Without adequate water, these toxins remain trapped in your tissues, accelerating the aging process at a cellular level. The lymphatic system can only function properly when you have sufficient fluid in your body to transport waste products to your kidneys and liver for elimination. Think about what happens when you don't drink water first thing in the morning. Your kidneys struggle to concentrate urine, your liver works harder to process toxins, and your brain fog persists because cerebrospinal fluid isn't circulating properly. This morning, dehydration creates a cascade of problems that affect your energy, mental clarity, and overall health for the entire day. Studies show that even mild dehydration can impair cognitive function by up to 15% and increase fatigue by 25%. Gladys Morrison, 102 years old from Vermont, keeps a large glass of water on her nightstand and drinks it before her feet touch the floor. She learned this habit 40 years ago when her doctor warned her about morning dehydration. Gladys says she immediately noticed clearer thinking and more energy throughout the day. She also found that her morning headaches disappeared and her skin looked more radiant. Place a full glass of water next to your bed tonight and make it the first thing you consume tomorrow morning. Your kidneys need this immediate hydration to filter waste effectively, and your brain requires it to function optimally. Don't wait. Start this tomorrow morning because your cells are literally waiting for this life-giving hydration. Morning habit 2. They expose themselves to natural light. Why do centenarians spend exactly 10 minutes outside every morning, even in winter? The answer lies in a biological clock that governs every aspect of your health and longevity. Harvard Medical School research proves that morning sunlight exposure regulates circadian rhythms and boosts the production of longevity hormones like melatonin and growth hormone. These hormones are essential for cellular repair, immune function, and maintaining healthy sleep patterns that directly impact how long you live. The science is remarkable. When natural light hits your retina within the first hour of waking, it sends signals to your brain's master clock in the hypothalamus. This triggers a cascade of hormonal responses that regulate everything from blood pressure to digestion. Without this natural light exposure, your internal clock becomes confused, leading to disrupted sleep, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging. Studies show that people with irregular light exposure patterns have significantly higher rates of heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline. Most people severely underestimate the power of morning light exposure. Indoor lighting, even bright indoor lighting, provides only 200–500 lux of illumination. Compare this to natural outdoor light, which provides 2,000–10,000 lux, even on cloudy days. Your circadian system evolved over millions of years to respond to this natural light intensity, not the dim artificial lighting we've surrounded ourselves with in modern life. This mismatch between our biology and our environment is contributing to the epidemic of sleep disorders and chronic diseases we see today. Arnold Peterson, 104 years old, from Montana, sits on his porch for 10 minutes with his coffee every morning, rain or shine. Even on cloudy days, he gets outside because natural light is 10 times brighter than indoor lighting. Arnold credits this simple habit with his sharp mind and excellent sleep quality. He says that on the rare occasions when weather keeps him inside, he notices his sleep is less restful and his mood is lower the next day. Step outside for 10 minutes within an hour of waking up, regardless of weather conditions. If mobility is an issue, simply sit by an open window with direct sunlight. This simple exposure synchronizes your biological clock and optimizes hormone production for the entire day. Your biological clock needs this reset starting now. Don't let another morning pass without it. Morning habit 3. They do light movement, not exercise. Here's what 90% of people get wrong. Centenarians don't do intense morning workouts. Instead, they engage in gentle movement that awakens their bodies without causing stress or strain. Mayo Clinic studies show that light morning movement improves circulation and joint mobility more effectively than vigorous exercise for people over 60. The key is activating your muscles and joints gently, allowing blood to flow freely and delivering oxygen to every cell in your body. Intense morning exercise can actually be counterproductive for aging bodies. When you wake up, your muscles are stiff, your joints lack lubrication, and your cardiovascular system needs time to adjust to being upright. Jumping into vigorous exercise can cause injury, elevate stress hormones, and create inflammation that accelerates aging. The centenarians understand that consistency trumps intensity. They've been doing gentle morning movement for decades, and their bodies have responded with remarkable longevity. Your body temperature is naturally lower in the morning, which means your muscles and connective tissues are less flexible. Your heart rate is also lower, and your blood pressure typically rises as you transition from lying down to standing up. This natural physiological state requires gentle activation, not sudden intense demands. Research shows that people who engage in high-intensity exercise immediately upon waking have higher rates of heart rhythm abnormalities and exercise-related injuries. Violet Chen, 101 years old, from California, does simple arm circles and leg lifts while still in bed for 5 minutes every morning. She then walks slowly around her house, gently stretching her arms and rolling her shoulders. Violet says this routine makes her feel 20 years younger and prevents the stiffness that used to plague her mornings. She's never had a fall or serious injury, which she attributes to maintaining her flexibility and balance through consistent, gentle movement. Do 5 minutes of gentle stretching or walking in place as soon as you get out of bed. Focus on moving every major joint: neck, shoulders, hips, and ankles. This isn't about burning calories or building muscle. It's about circulating blood and preparing your body for the day ahead. Your body craves this gentle start. Give it what it needs today. Morning habit 4. They eat protein. Within 30 minutes, every centenarian eats protein before 8 a.m. And here's why this matters more than you realize. CDC research shows that morning protein intake directly correlates with muscle preservation after age 60. As we age, our bodies break down muscle tissue faster than we can rebuild it, leading to weakness, falls, and loss of independence. However, Consuming protein within 30 minutes of waking triggers muscle protein synthesis, essentially telling your body to preserve and build muscle rather than break it down. The timing is crucial because your body has been fasting for 8-12 hours and muscle breakdown accelerates during fasting periods. When you eat protein first thing in the morning, you stop this muscle breakdown immediately and shift your metabolism into building mode. Studies show that people who eat protein within 30 minutes of waking maintain significantly more muscle mass and strength as they age compared to those who delay protein consumption. After age 60, you lose approximately 1 to 2% of muscle mass per year if you don't take active steps to preserve it. This muscle loss, called sarcopenia, is one of the primary factors that leads to frailty, falls, and loss of independence in older adults. The good news is that morning protein consumption can significantly slow this process. Research shows that older adults who consume adequate protein first thing in the morning maintain muscle mass and strength well into their 90s and beyond. Chester Rodriguez, 105 years old from Texas, has 2 eggs or Greek yogurt every morning without fail. He learned this habit from his doctor 15 years ago when he was losing muscle mass. Chester says that within 3 months of starting this routine, he felt stronger and more stable on his feet. His doctor was amazed at how much muscle mass he had regained, and Chester continues to live independently and maintain his own home. Add 1 hard-boiled egg, Greek yogurt, or a small serving of cottage cheese to your morning routine. Keep it simple. Your goal is to get 15-20 grams of protein into your system quickly. This protein will preserve your muscle mass and maintain your strength for years to come. Your muscles are breaking down right now. Feed them properly starting tomorrow. Before we continue, I want to quickly share something that's helped a lot of people just like you. If you've been feeling like your body doesn't move the way it used to, or your joints feel stiff and sore, this is for you. There's a free video showing a Japanese method backed by Harvard research that helps your body restore joint flexibility with a natural 10-second-a-day trick. You can watch it right now. Just scan the QR code on the screen or tap the link in the comments. It's safe, simple, and totally free. Take a look, and we'll be right back to today's content. Morning habit 5. They practice gratitude for exactly 2 minutes. What takes 2 minutes and can add 7 years to your life? The answer is practicing gratitude every morning. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that gratitude practice reduces stress hormones like cortisol that accelerate aging at a cellular level. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin that promote healing, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your immune system. Chronic morning stress is a silent killer that most people don't recognize. If you wake up thinking about problems, worries, or negative news, your body immediately floods with stress hormones that damage your cardiovascular system, weaken your immune response, and accelerate cellular aging. This stress response was designed for short-term survival, not the chronic worry that characterizes modern life. Gratitude practice interrupts this harmful cycle and reprograms your nervous system for longevity. The neuroscience behind gratitude is fascinating. When you consciously focus on positive aspects of your life, your brain literally rewires itself to notice more positive experiences. This isn't just feel-good psychology. It's measurable brain changes that improve your health and extend your lifespan. MRI studies show that people who practice gratitude have larger prefrontal cortex areas associated with decision-making and emotional regulation, along with reduced activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. Ethel Washington, 103 years old from Georgia, writes 3 things she's grateful for in a small notebook every morning. She keeps it simple. Sometimes it's her morning coffee, sometimes it's a phone call from her grandchildren, sometimes it's simply waking up healthy. Ethel says this practice changed her entire outlook on life and made her feel more content and peaceful. She's noticed that problems that used to upset her now seem more manageable. Think of 3 specific things you're grateful for each morning before you get out of bed. They can be simple: your comfortable bed, your morning coffee, or the fact that you slept through the night. The key is specificity and consistency. Your stress levels are affecting your longevity right now. Change this today. Morning. Habit 6. They avoid news and social media. Why don't any of these 2,000 centenarians check their phones first thing in the morning? The answer lies in protecting their mental and physical health from the documented harmful effects of negative media consumption. Johns Hopkins research shows that morning exposure to negative news and social media elevates stress hormones for 6 to 8 hours, creating a state of chronic inflammation that accelerates aging and increases disease risk. Your brain is most vulnerable to negative influences during the first hour after waking. During this time, your mind is transitioning from sleep to consciousness, and whatever information you consume has a disproportionate impact on your mood, stress levels, and overall health for the entire day. When you immediately expose yourself to news about conflicts, disasters, or social media comparisons, you're essentially poisoning your system with stress hormones that damage your cardiovascular system and weaken your immune response. Franklin Davis, 102 years old from Oregon, keeps his phone in the kitchen and doesn't touch it until after breakfast and his morning routine. He learned this habit after noticing that checking news first thing in the morning made him feel anxious and upset for hours. Franklin says that protecting his morning peace has been one of the most important decisions he's ever made for his health. Keep your phone out of the bedroom and check it only after completing your morning routine. Replace the habit of reaching for your phone with reaching for your water glass. This simple change protects your nervous system from unnecessary stress and allows you to start each day from a position of calm rather than anxiety. Your morning peace determines your entire day. Protect it now. Morning habit 7. They connect with someone they love. The most powerful longevity habit might surprise you. It's not about diet or exercise. Harvard's famous longevity study, which followed participants for over 80 years, proves that strong relationships are the #1 predictor of living past 100. The centenarians in our study understood this instinctively and made human connection a non-negotiable part of their morning routine. Social isolation increases mortality risk by 50%, equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes daily. When you connect with someone you love first thing in the morning, you release oxytocin, often called the love hormone, which reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens your immune system. This connection doesn't have to be lengthy or complicated. A simple phone call, text message, or hug provides significant health benefits that compound over time. Lorraine Martinez, 104 years old from Arizona, calls her daughter every morning at 7:30 a.m. for a 5-minute chat. They don't discuss anything profound, just checking in, sharing what they're planning for the day, and expressing love for each other. Lorraine says this daily connection gives her a reason to get up each morning and fills her heart with joy that lasts all day. Call, text, or hug someone you love every morning. Keep it simple and consistent. The goal is connection, not lengthy conversation. If you live alone, establish a routine with a family member or friend where you check in with each other daily. Loneliness is a silent killer that's affecting millions of seniors. Reach out starting tomorrow. These 7 morning habits aren't complicated or expensive. They're simple choices that compound over time. The 2,000 centenarians in this study didn't become extraordinary overnight. They simply started their days with intention and consistency. You have the same 24 hours they had, and you can start implementing these habits immediately. Which of these 7 habits will you try first tomorrow morning? Leave a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. If this video opened your eyes to the power of morning routines, please share it with someone you care about who's over 60. They deserve to know these secrets too. And don't forget to subscribe for more longevity tips that actually work.